never put anybody on a pedestal because they have flaws too.
This reminds me of an Aristotle quote I just saved. Let me find it. Intelligent individuals learn from everything and everyone. Average people from their experiences. The stupid already have all the answers.
Yep. I like that one.
That's a good one. So the reason I read that is because David Icke says a bunch of crazy shit. But an intelligent person should be able to look at the things he's saying that are correct, judge for himself or herself what is true, what isn't true, think about it critically like that tweet said for a long time, look at lots of different resources and different, different opinions and shit from all over the spectrum.
All the sides, yeah.
All the sides, not this two. I look at both sides. No, look at all of the sides because there's always more than two sides.
Oh yeah, yeah. You should at least know of it to be able to say like your judgment. Like this is a bunch of bullshit, but I at least know that people are saying this, or there are people that think that.
Even the craziest shit, you should, like the flat Earth thing, right? To be like, oh, I'm going to completely dismiss the flat Earth theory and not even learn how we know the Earth is round. You're stupid too. You should want to know how we know the Earth is round.
Yeah.
So that if you talk to someone like that and they're actually a genuine good person that's not just a fucking psycho retard, you can sit there and talk with them and explain it to them.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll get through to them. And people always say, oh, it's useless. But I've had plenty of times where I've argued with people and then they came back to me later and they were like, you were right. Like there's one guy on my Facebook. For years we argued about veganism. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to name him.
I know who you're talking about.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I would just, like, because I actually care about this argument, I wouldn't just be like, oh, vegans are all stupid, even though that's what I think. I listen to their arguments, and then I want to prove them wrong. So I go research that shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, so that I know, and so that if I argue with someone, I know what I'm talking about. So I fucking research it, and, I have a pretty decent idea of what I'm talking about. So for years, we'd argue with this guy. He stopped being vegan. And this was to me, it was kind of fucked because he was feeding his kid that way, like trying to make him vegetarian and his wife. Mm-hmm. And eventually he realized that what I was saying was right and what he was saying was wrong. And it was years of arguments, but he eventually realized it. And he sent me this long ass message like, I'm not going carnivore, but I want to try carnivore for a month. I'm going to definitely completely change my diet to more meat-based.
Yeah. Like,
you were right about this, that, and the other thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I've had multiple times where that's happened. I've argued with people about transgender stuff. Like, Joe Rogan retweeted me one time. Humble brag. Haha, yeah. Actually, that's just a flaw brag. He retweeted me one time, and then there was a bunch of angry feminists in the replies who didn't like what Joe retweeted.
Yeah.
And I argued with one chick, and we were arguing about transgender stuff. And basically my argument was, you guys keep saying that everybody needs to accept themselves for who they really are, but you're not doing that for these people, and that's not what these people are doing. They can't accept that I'm a man born, like, even if I feel like I'm a woman, I am a man in a man's body, and I feel like a woman.
Yeah.
That's what you actually technically are. No matter what anybody else says or feels or whatever. So you're not actually telling people to accept themselves as they are. You're telling them to lie and to create a false version of themselves. Mm-hmm. Saying, oh, I am a woman. You're not a woman. You are a dude in a dress. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
But own that and that's what you are. And there was this guy that Joe Rogan just had on, a trans woman or whatever. This guy, Kristen Beck, this transgender woman, Kristen Beck. She was. I'm honestly not trying to.
It sounds like you're doing it on purpose.
I swear to God, I'm not doing this on purpose.
It's really funny.
It's hard for me.
What does the person go by?
This person goes by Kristen Beck, and this person was a Navy SEAL. Okay. And this person said that they, he is a man in a man's body, but he feels like a woman.
Okay,
and the gender pronouns and everything is all bullshit. And this "I am a woman" shit is not true. Like if he says if I go to a hospital, I'm in a man's body, and I tell them I'm a man, and they need to know that information potentially for different things, right?
The bodies are different
because the bodies are different.
Mm-hmm.